going into it already. Okay? So when you consciously think of stuff, what's wrong with that stuff that you're thinking about?
It pulls the handbrake on what I want to do.
It does, doesn't it? Now let me pause right there. This is too good. Did you see the little metaphor he gave me? Pull the handbrake. Is that not a metaphor? And as he said the metaphor, you got the already. You felt that, didn't you? It goes again. So all we're adding to this is just the eye contact. If I do it like this, so just tell me why you want to master hypnosis, just tell me. There's not as much, yeah, that's okay. There's not as much pressure. But by me, eye contact, he can feel like, oh, you know, this person does care, and I really do, even though it's a small problem. He can feel that, and it's more likely to come out with something. And I know I've hit the unconscious moments already. Why? Where do metaphors go?
Unconscious mind.
So it took me, what, 2-3 questions to get into it? It's not saying, wow, look how quick I am. He gave it to me, I'm just asking questions. I don't know where those questions are going to lead, but the blitz is, it's just a conversation with eye contact. Okay? You've all had chats with your friends before, right? When you know when you're looking at them, you feel that sense of, oh, you know, you're a really good friend, I really care for you, let's work through this together. You have that really nice conversation where you lose track of time, you sort of forget where you are, you lose everything else around you. That's where we're going with this. It's a very intimate and casual conversation. Yes?
So would you say that the metaphor is also an unconscious moment too?
Yeah, big unconscious moment. Probably one of the biggest ones you'll get. And on day 3, when we do the storytelling and metaphors, we're showing you how to create them for your clients, or you do something even easier, allow him to give them to me. And did you notice when he gave me the metaphor, what did I do? Yeah, and give him back his unconscious moment. So I saw that, I have this back. So instead of me trying to create one through a fancy technique, I'm just patient enough for him to give me something. And as soon as he gives it to me, I have it back.
I also noticed that when you're asking the client or that person questions, the way they respond with their head movements, looking up and across, that's giving you cues as well.
Yeah, it could be either trying to visualize it, or it could be because you're NLP trained, so you're
No.
Oh, you know? Okay, well, there you go. So some people more visual, some people more auditory. I don't read into that too much because it's not. There's other things you can do. But however he searches for an answer is fine. When he comes back with an answer, I'm not really concerned about the answer. I mean, I'm more curious about the search he went on. And you'll notice, and I'll point this out now. Do you notice every now and then I go, yeah, what's that? Just as he's thinking about something. Because I'm catching his moment. And it stops him giving me a conscious answer. So I pause him in his moment where he's going, I'm more interested in that. I go, what's that? And they go, oh, yeah, what's that? That's what I'm more interested in. Because that's going to give me the metaphor. That's why we done it so quickly. Does that make sense so far?
But sorry, but when Nick, like, whenever you sort of went like that, you said, oh, did you see that?
Yes.
So what were you talking about? I just sort of missed that very temporary.
Yep. So as he's found that unconscious moment is, when you find an unconscious moment yourself, it feels pretty good, right? Because you go blank for a little bit. I want him to enjoy it. Okay, what's that? Feel that? Or did you see that? Did you notice that?
And I relaxed into it.
Yes. I'm saying, don't answer me. Go back on that search. Don't talk, just do that search more. And it's, remember the echo effect we worked on yesterday, you know, the hand thing, which one of your hands feels more unusual? It's the same thing. I'm ratifying that experience for him. And I think as therapists, we get so caught up in the answer. I don't really care about the answer. I care about what happened before it, because it's quicker that way. And it's seamless. You had no idea what was going to happen until it did. So you have to continue with this.
Yeah.
Yep. Does it make sense so far?
Yeah.
So you said to me before something about handbrake or something.
Yeah, it's when I start go to start the conversation. If I get a conscious thought, it's like me pulling the handbrake on.
Ah, okay. So you have to be sort of about to say something, then the handbrake comes on.
So what I found yesterday, or what I learned yesterday, was that if I slow everything down, it tends to flow much better.
It does, doesn't it? So if you slow it down, like this, right? So what happens after you slow down enough? Yeah.
The thoughts come to you.
The thoughts.
The right words come to you.
So the right words come to you. How do you know they're right? Let's sit on that for a minute. Let's sit on that. Okay, so see where we're going? He gave me a big unconscious moment, he can't answer it. So instead of me going, no, find the answer, or just give me what you think, I don't care. I'm just saying go into that, because the answer you're looking for is there, not there. So I'm going to catch him in this moment of silence and just go, sit on that. Now, do I know what that is? I don't have a clue, because he doesn't either. He can just feel it. So if I sit there and go, no, okay, you tell me what you think it could be, or if you knew what it was, what would it be? It's irrelevant. I'm more interested in this part here, because if I catch him in this moment, see how casual and slow he is now? Not slow, as in more relaxed. That's going into trance, isn't it? I wouldn't want to disrupt that. I just go do more of that. So if we looked at, you asked me yesterday about what's another version of therapy that I believe it is, it's a lot of this, a lot of thinking. But not thinking for an answer, thinking about thinking, and thinking some more. So I spend a lot of time with my clients just going, yeah, and you smile, they know what I'm doing. You know, catch you right there, just sit on that. Okay? So what's happening right now? As you think about that, starts again, doesn't it? So how do you feel now about this casual conversation you're looking for?
Much better, much relaxed.
How do you do that? We've been talking for a couple of minutes. I've been rude enough to interrupt you a lot of times. So how are you doing this?
Effortlessly.
Right? Yeah. A lot better than what you're doing before, right?
Absolutely.
So as you consider about this, less of effort that you're feeling right now, consider yourself as a conversational therapist. How does that make you feel? Yeah. So consider this. If you can do this in a short amount of time, how are you going to do this when it really counts? And that's where thinking happens, isn't it? And you don't have to think about it now. This thought could last with you for the rest of the day. You know what I mean by that, don't you? And whatever you think you're going to find in this, I think there's something waiting for you. But you won't know until you find it. And that's what's exciting about this, isn't it? You'll know when you find it. And I think you get a bit of a taste of it now. Alright? Excellent. Pause it. That makes sense? The last bit I'll show you, that's what we're going to go through today. So let me point out, do you know what you found or what you're finding? Now, do I need to know what it was? No. Why would I? I could ask him and maybe ratify it and let him experience it more, but for the sake of the demo, we'll keep it as a demo. But as long as he's happy, he's got a smile, he's relaxed, I'm happy. Now again, don't be confused to think I knew exactly what was going to happen. You know what I was going to say until I say it. But do you notice there's no fancy language? There's no confusion techniques. How am I able to start trance with no language? Being that we're learning conversational hypnosis, I'm putting a bit of a barrier in front of my own feet. What I want to show you can be done without the fancy Ericksonian language or the fancy NLP techniques. They're all fantastic. It's not my expertise. But the reason I can get to him in the same place without the language is because of this. I'm staring at him casually, I'm going to trance myself, and he's feeling it. Does that make sense? I'm casual, I'm just taking my time. I'm not in any rush. I'm not saying you have to find it now. Find it now, because I need validation. Quickly find it, hurry up. Yuck, he'll probably punch me. He does martial arts, I've got to be aware of that. Okay, so I'm just casual, it's conversation. So the blitz is a casual conversation with a lot of eye contact. That's it.
And you go into trance first.
Always. So we'll be doing more of that today, so don't be worried about it. Yes?
Just curious about something.
Yeah.
I know you haven't got